your work, education, like you're doing your masters, everybody, congratulations. And then the next morning, it's actually the reason why you are not married, the reason why you still don't have kids, the reason why you have a dysfunctional family, it's because you're concentrating too much on the other side and forgetting this other side. So like the double standard part of the society is actually very confusing.
It's confusing because men don't get told that. They don't get told that your home is failing because you're working too hard. Exactly. But then women get told that a lot.
Even when you go and complain about a man not actually giving its best to this family because of work, people will ask you, but what do women want?
So you're also slaving away to support the household.
Yes.
Because you're sharing bills.
Which nobody is actually even seeing or even recognizing. No one. Like it's your family. Do whatever you can do.
Yeah. That's why the concept of 50-50 is a scam. Because as a woman, you'll always do more.
That take us to another
Welcome to Sima and Say, the podcast where the stove stays hot and the conversations even hotter. My name is Otieno.
And I am Esther.
And my good name is Rachel. We are three friends with three different perspectives and a whole lot of unfiltered truth.
From parenting and relationship to culture, love and life, we're serving it all, one dish at a time.
Grab a chair and welcome to Sima and Say, and the kitchen sizzles and the truth spills.
Today we are making some fish with ugali and some vegetable. For the fish, we're going to make it simple with some coconut cream. We're also going to be talking about the pressure to have it all at 30.
Who actually set the rule that 30, the age 30 is the headline where we should be now figuring out whether we've made it in life or not?
I think it's something that was decided on by society, because for most people, as soon as you finish school, you graduated from uni, you're expected to get a spouse, a partner, and then grow from there. So we are talking 24 years, we are talking 25 years, so that by the time you get to 30, you're set.
So why not 45?
I don't know.
And when did we start actually thinking about like 30? Is it our generation? Is it even the baby boomers? They were also having pressure at 30.
I think it was the baby boomers, because my grandma was telling me that she got married at 13.
13?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
She's very old. She's in her 80s. She got married at 13. So I think from there on, the
so 13,
age,
14, 15, you still just you're still very happy about you and the marriage bit, and the children are now coming. So now when you reach 30 and then now you start wondering, what have I achieved for myself?
Exactly.
Actually, it's not even about like the society. It's about like when we hit 30, we start thinking about, what about Rachel?
Yeah, it happens that way because the society has conditioned you to think like that.
But why do I have to wait to 30 to start thinking about myself? Because now at 29, it was about my child, it was about my husband, it was about this career. And then now it comes to a point like, now Rachel, what have you done for yourself? But that's when you start thinking, how many years to 40? And do I really want to get to 40 with the same kind of like how I view myself, what I've done for myself? Because now I start becoming a person who think about what I did for people, but why did I do it for myself?
For yourself.
Yes.
Okay, I think the challenges of men in that area, the challenges of men are totally different from the challenges of women. Let me ask you, for instance, what is who is a good woman according to society?
So a good woman is Proverbs 31 woman. A woman who loves suffering. Actually, a woman who really wake up very early in the morning. Make sure the husband is clean. The husband goes to work early before her. So by the time you are getting to work, you are exhausted. You cannot concentrate, and therefore you cannot meet the expectation of your boss to promote you to the next level. That's what the society wants. You guys go to work together, but when you come back, then you have to start thinking about what to cook. That's a Proverb 31 woman. You probably start thinking, was the bed clean and smart and fancy enough for the man to go and enjoy his sleep or something else. But nobody think about a woman, because now the society wants a suffering woman. So a suffering definition of the society for a good woman is the suffering woman. But the powerful woman, the classy woman, the self-aware woman is not a good woman. In fact, they have given them names. They're the slay queens, they are the Miss Independent, and not really fancy name about that. What do you think?
I think what you're saying is true. A good woman is a woman who has given herself to servitude. You're serving in everyone's interests. You're taking care of your husband, you're ensuring akienda kazi asubuhi, his clothes are neat, you're helping him pursue his dreams, you're taking care of the children. You know when you give birth to a child, let's say when you get pregnant, you lose about 3 years of your life. You're pregnant for 1 year, and then for your child to get to 2 years where they're independent.
So that's when you start becoming yourself.
Exactly. That's when you start returning to yourself. So a lot of women, we are conditioned by society to, take care of other people. And then now it gets to a point where it hits you that you've not done anything for yourself.
And you're at 30. Actually, you're at 30. You see, the problem is, why do I have to wait until I'm 30? And then now, another thing about a good woman, then you're not just good for your husband and your family. You're also good for their people.
And you see the pressure is universal. Because everyone, even before you get to 30, people start asking you, when are you getting married if you're not married? When are you going to have kids if you don't have kids? When are you going to do all these things?
3, 2, 1, go.
We have all these pressures from different people, and it all gets to you. So we have to give ourselves a break.
So ladies, I wanted to talk about her.
What do you mean by her?
A powerful woman. So, what the word powerful? How do you define a powerful woman? So, for me, a powerful woman is the one who walks into a room and owns that room. So I have a lot of questions about a powerful woman and how the society takes a powerful woman. But before then, can I get your perspective on who is a powerful woman, or how do you define a powerful
woman?
Yes.
Well, according to me, I think a powerful woman is a woman who has a strong will. She has a strong will. Like whatever people say or whatever people think do not really matter to her, especially regarding her own life or her own choices. So I think for me, generally, a powerful woman is a woman that has a strong will. You're doing well in your life. You're doing you're mentally you're in a good space. You're doing well in your life. You're doing well in your career. And the opinion of other people do not matter.
Like I will define as a norm breaker. How about you, Esther?
A powerful woman is a woman who is not afraid. A woman who makes it despite all the odds against her. A woman who can basically do so much with so little.
I like the word so much and with so little.
Yes.
I like how both of us actually describe a powerful woman. So I'm also wondering if the society also describe a powerful woman the same way we've described a powerful woman. And if you compare the two, between a powerful woman and how the society also look at a powerful man. Because now if you ask me a powerful woman to the society, they would call that woman an intimidator. They would also, I don't know whether this is the right word, but you find they would pin it on you, especially when you are not married or you don't have kids and then you are powerful. They would say it's because you are intimidating men who are supposed to come again and marry you. Does the society define a powerful woman the same way we are now defining a powerful woman?
No, I don't think the society, the definition of society of a powerful woman is back to our previous conversation. A powerful woman is according to the society, a powerful woman is a woman who suffers. so that other people can be comfortable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is why you'll hear things like wife material, and they call you wife material because you're
taking care of them.
You're taking care of them. Yeah, you're taking care of them.
Like you constantly thinking about how your family, what your family is going to eat, what can make them happy tonight, and actually what you're going to acquire to make their life comfortable. And is it the TV? Is it the big TV? Is it the comfortable seats? So I think that's the definition of society in regards to a powerful woman. Now, how about the society definition in regards to a powerful man?
I think society defines a powerful man as a man who is wealthy or commands some level of respect in the community he lives in or in the society. Sometimes a powerful man is described as a man who is intimidating and a man who has achieved a lot of things. And sometimes even in some societies, a powerful man is also a man who is abusive.
Oh
yes, like anaweza ambia bibi hivi, anaweza ambia bibi na
anaongea yeye anataka mbele ya watu ndio yeye ni mwanaume. But I was also told Simba. Watu wanaingia kwa bed. But you see, I was told the reason why they do that is because out there they are nobody. So now when they come into the house and you are the intimidated one, you are the soft one. So now he express or explode all the powers that he ought to have used outside to you. That's why the kids will run to the bedroom and you'll also start treating him like the king.
And you start shivering.
Exactly. and you're wondering that is your life partner and you're shivering like seriously.
Yeah, and that is the person that you're supposed to be doing life with.
No, which life is that? Is that life? Is that actually life?
No, that is not life. But you know, it's all about conditioning. A lot of women do not see the problem with things like that because remember that is how it's supposed to be. They have not changed their mindset. It's the way they look at things.
And it's going round and round. What your grandmother went through is actually trickling down to you, and that is how you also raising your daughter. And that's how she would actually start seeing life.
True. Because some of those ideologies are passed down to generations. If your daughter sees you being abused by her father every day, then at some point it becomes normal for them. And then they think that when they grow up, they think that getting into an abusive relationship is a normal thing when it's not.
Even for the boys, for the young men, when you see either your father beating up your mother every day, you think that is the norm. You think there's no other way to talk to a woman rather than beating them or raising your voice at them. And that's now trickles down to everyone. From him, he'll pass the same thing to his kids. His kids will pass the same thing to their kids. So it's going to be a never-ending cycle.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay. Our next question will go directly to Atieno. Have you ever in your life, maybe at one point, have to dim your light to actually make others comfortable, especially men? Be it at workplace or home, have you gone through such kind of situation?
I'm the kind of person to dim my light to please other people, especially men, because I live unapologetically. But sometimes you're expected to, tone down even in the workplace. In fact, the only time I might want to dim my light is when what do they call it? Weaponized incompetence. You're pretending you're incompetent about something so that somebody else can do it.
So that your boss would not feel intimidated.
Yes,
and that's actually how to survive in a corporate.
So that 48 laws of power says sometimes you have to let your boss shine. Sometimes you have to let your boss shine. So maybe in situations like that, or sometimes I just pretend to not know how to do something so that someone else can do it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. But I don't think I've ever really had to dim my light for anyone.
But now, my problem would be, you see how the society has double standard.
Yeah.
For example, they would clap with one hand and actually judge with the other hand.
Yeah.
For example, like when you're doing well at your work, education, like you're doing your masters, everybody, oh, congratulations. And then the next morning, it's actually the reason why you are not married, the reason why you still don't have kids, the reason why you have a dysfunctional family, it's because you're concentrating too much on the other side and forgetting this other side. So like the double standard part of the society is actually very confusing.
It's confusing because men don't get told that. They don't get told that your home is failing because you're working too hard. Exactly. But then women get told that a lot.
Even when you go and complain about a man not actually giving its best to this family because of work, people would ask you, but what do women want? What do women want?
So you're also slaving away to support the household.
Yes.
Because you're sharing bills.
Which nobody is actually even seeing or even recognizing. No one.
People don't acknowledge.
Like it's your family. Do whatever you can do.
Yeah. That's why the concept of 50-50 is a scam. Because as a woman, you'll always do more.
Not take us to another
Because if you decide that you're going to split bills and responsibilities 50-50, very few men will come home early to make dinner for the family.
Who will come early? No one. No one. Who is going to come early? In fact, they won't do it. Is that Kenyan?
In fact, they won't do it. So you're getting pregnant.
Yes.
And like I said before,
and you're getting pregnant out of no, it's not even your will.
Yeah.
Actually, you don't want more babies, but because you want three more, you're going to impress him. So you are going to get pregnant, number one.
Yeah.
And that means when you get pregnant today, your career, like if you were supposed to maybe work on a proposal, then that proposal would take ages as compared to the number of months or weeks that a proposal done by just I don't know how to call it, because that's also very controversial, because they say, you see, even the career laws, like a pregnant woman should function the same as
the pregnant woman.
Yes, I don't know how I don't know how they came up with that, but clearly this is going to slow you down.
It's going to slow you down.
Because this project, somebody else is going to pick it up. And when I pick up a project, be rest assured, I'm going to run with it.
And you're going to get a promotion.
Exactly.
I'm still nursing my.
You're still nursing your, and you still nurse 3 months of nursing. When you come back, you still want to work a half a day because you're going to take care of your baby. I have gone so far. Like by the time you're coming back, I had gotten 3 promotions or moved jobs. Because now you see, you decided to impress someone who actually doesn't even care about you, just care about those children.
True.
Clearly.
So the point I was making when I brought up the pregnancy issue, the baby's issue, you're carrying the pregnancies. The man is not carrying the pregnancies. You're carrying the pregnancies. You're planning the home. Even if you have like a house manager, you're still the one that is taking care of the day-to-day running of the house.
In fact, if it doesn't go as expected, then they would ask you, what type of a woman
are you? Exactly.
And you see, this is our house manager, so we should be in charge, the 2 of us. But apparently, it's me who's supposed to be coordinating, we're supposed to be supervising, and we're supposed to make sure that the house runs as smooth. Yes.
Exactly. And then now, you're also splitting bills and calling it 50-50.
That's very good.
It's a scam. It's a scam. It's a scam. I don't believe in the concept of 50-50, especially in a married setup at all. Because it doesn't make sense. As the woman, you always do more. The man is going to wake up, have his breakfast, go to work. Maybe he's pursuing a certain small course there. Jioni aende hiyo course, and then he'll come home, take a shower, have dinner, and go to bed.
Or even go out.
Yes.
Or home, have it with friends.
As you slave away and ensure that the home is.
But why are you slavering?
No, I don't know.
No, because you did not set the rule right from the very first. Like, actually, it's your problem. It's not the man's problem. Come to think of it, you see, the foundation that you give from the very first day, that's what will run.
True.
And if you try to twist it, then that's the end of that marriage.
That's the end of that marriage.
Yes.
Yeah, because if you've been doing it,
yes, so how are you
you're
stopping?
expected to continue doing it.
Exactly. So I don't understand why you are slaving.
Yeah.
If we are going to go 50-50, then we are going to take the bull by its own, both of us.
Yeah.
Both of us. If I'm busy at work, and because now that means, like, if I'm going 50-50, that means I'm also really doing well in my other life, like the career bit, the personal life. Because you, apart from you being a family person, you also have you to think about.
You also have yourself to think about.
So the moment you forget about you, things will just go south. Things will just go south, and you become depressed when you don't even know you are depressed at the same time. So I think if we are going to go 50-50, then we are going to go 50-50 in everything.
But
it's very possible.
But Rachel, it doesn't work.
It works.
It's possible. It's possible, but if it's working, then it's working for very few people. Let me tell you something. On the bit of taking care of yourself. I used to travel a lot before I had my son. A lot, like every weekend
you'll go out.
And then I had my son, and then I think after I started traveling after around a year. Was it a year? No, after 2 years of 2 years postpartum. And when I would post on my social media, people would ask me, where is Kai? Where is Kai? Yes. Why are you traveling by yourself? Where is your child?
So as if you are a mother and you don't know how to take care of your very own child.
And you don't have a life outside
the child, like you and Kai. So it's because Kai cannot walk. So you are also not supposed to be walking.
Exactly. And you're supposed to take him everywhere you go.
Which is not even healthy for the baby.
You're supposed to take him everywhere you go. You're not supposed to rest. You're not supposed to take time away from motherhood. This child should go with you everywhere. So that is the kind of expectation that is placed on women. Yes.
And actually it's overwhelming.
It's overwhelming.
Because now that means now the moment the baby comes, you don't have a life. And actually, I think we also forget about ourselves immediately. So sometimes I think it's us, like the genesis of all our problems.
It's us. It's us because we've been conditioned to act that way, to think that if I'm not doing, am I really a good mother? Am I really a good mother? Leaving my child like this. Let me tell you something that happened to me when I had my son. I had postpartum blues.
Oh no.
I had postpartum blues, and that was like day 4 post-delivery. Okay, everything was okay until the day of the delivery. And then now, when my water broke, it was green, meaning the baby had already pooped, and the baby was in distress. So we get to the hospital.
It's emergency.
Yes, we get to the hospital. I get an injection to prevent an infection, and then like 7 to 8 hours later, there's no dilation happening. At all. So now we have to go to theater. For the C-section. And then now, like I was very ready for a vaginal birth. I was very ready for a vaginal birth.
Who is ready? Like,
yes, I was ready to push.
Really?
Yeah.
And my doctor, we even know the day. No, we are not doing that. We are not. What was motivating you? Like, seriously?
I wanted to see my baby.
You see, but you are still going to see your baby.
I know, but it's a major abdominal surgery. I was not ready for it. So I was ready for him. So then we had the C-section. And then 4 days, the first night I went back home, when I got discharged, I was not feeling woman enough.
Oh yeah, because you did not push.
Yes, exactly. I was not feeling woman enough.
Oh my God.
Okay. So and then like it's a feeling I had. I had the thoughts for like an hour, but then I told myself, I will snap out of this bullshit.
Yeah, because it's a bullshit.
It's bullshit.
Yes.
You just had a baby through a major abdominal surgery.
You are sick. You need to focus.
To focus on
to heal.
Yeah. So my point was, a lot of people have been conditioned to think that vaginal birth is the good birth.
So that makes you woman enough.
Like serious, because you're suffering.
Because you're suffering and you're pushing. Because now we want to see you.
Yeah.
You see, it's just a definition of a woman, and it takes us back to who was a strong woman in the society, actually. But if you even see how they were being acquired, like a lot of nonsense.
It's a lot of bullshit. Yeah, but it's just the way.
We are exactly.
But now,
and as Esther said, you remember when Esther was saying, like, you see the society is pumping this notion in your head. Even when you are focusing, you'll take a break and start thinking, but wait, could they be saying the truth? Could they be right? So it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Sometimes we need to give ourselves breaks
and grace.
Grace. Because we are going through a lot. It's not a pity party.
We're going through a lot, and the society is also heaping expectations on us.
And it's a lot.
When
it comes to women dimming their light, it's mostly at workplace. But you see how even the corporate world is also very structured. If you want to survive, like if you've mastered the survival mode at corporate, you'll find yourself dimming your light a lot most of the time. But you see that does not mean like you're weak. But you also, it's a tactic actually. I think it's tactic. It's okay if that's the way you can go for you to get what you think you deserve. Then that's okay. Don't just forget yourself in the process. Don't just forget yourself in the process. If it is a promotion you want and you have a very cunning boss, but you see in most cases they're also suffering from self-esteem issues. That's why. Of course, they are there. They are up there, and you report to them, and they hold your destiny in regards to promotion, career progress, and it's not your fault that they are having issues, self-esteem issues. So you are smart enough. You know what to do to get where you want. So long as it doesn't interfere with the integrity and your beliefs as a woman, then go for it. If you have to dim your light to get the promotion, to get the new job, just do it. I don't think
if it's working to your advantage.
If it is working to your advantage, that's what I'm really trying to talk about. And if it is not like infringing into maybe your beliefs, rights, that's my take. So here is a question that we don't get to ask enough. Can a woman be soft and powerful? Because for the longest time we've been told it's either one. It's either you are soft or you are powerful. What do you think?
That is a very interesting question. You see, I normally like using the term baby girl. Baby girl.
And that's exactly why I asked this question.
She's the ultimate baby girl.
Even her car is named baby girl. Everything is baby girl.
I like using that term because baby girl means I am powerful woman, but still I want to be, what is the word? I don't want to appear as masculine. So I still want to focus on my feminine side. So I want to be powerful, but I still want to be soft.
You still want to be the girl.
I still want to be the girl. I still want someone who will maybe help me change the bulbs. I still want someone who will take my car for service because I do not know what to do.
Why don't you know what to do?
This is the society perspective from the society. The society thinks that women would not know what to do in a service.
So is it true that you don't know what to do, or it's the society that is it weaponizing competence?
That's now where the question about dimming your light so that others can shine. It's not necessarily that I don't know what to do in a service. You know what you're supposed to check for, but just so that you fit into the society. So yes, I'll pretend I don't know what to do in a service so that someone else can do it for me. But then it's still a slippery slope because when you dim it too much, then someone else might take an advantage of that. So it will give someone else maybe an opportunity to see that Now we can sit on this one. So it's a very, very slippery slope.
If you ask me, it's a topic that I really don't like, because now I don't think I can be soft and powerful. Yeah, I don't think like soft and powerful, like they are actually really tangible, not tangible per se, but they are like softness. Can they really blend? Like you either soft. To me, I would support, like the longest time we've been told, you either powerful or soft.
Okay.
But now my confusion comes in. What if the softness is also part of being powerful?
And also the softness might be considered as a weakness. Because when you try to be soft, then someone might think you're timid or you're weak or you're not able to do this. So as you're trying to be soft, then people will misunderstand your softness to be you're not able to do this, or you do not have the know-how to do this.
But don't you think now when you try to bring your life and becoming soft conditionally, that means like you see, like you are powerful but you are denying. You're denying yourself.
You're denying your power.
You're denying your power. Like you're not embracing your power.
Let me give you an example. You gave an example of corporate. Mine is more of a freelance.
Yes.
The freelance world is a bit different because let's start from the way you charge. People will want to say, why are you charging this much, and so on, so charge me this much. Why you? Someone actually made a comment. When I'll quote it. Msichana mdogo kama wewe unataka pesa mingi hiyo kufanyia nini? And I'm there wondering, I went to school for this. I graduated for this.
Giving you a service.
I'm giving you a service just like any other person. Yeah. So what does my being msichana mdogo have to do with all this? Will I tell my landlord that mimi ni msichana mdogo sasa nisilipe rent? Yeah.
So you're supposed to go and live in a babysitter because that's what the society, so that the society can actually see you as a soft baby.
Yes.
But you see, like it's very confusing because softness can also make you climb stairs. That's the powerful hardness.
Damsel in distress.
Yeah, sometimes the damsel in distress works, and sometimes it might work against you. Because you might be there being a damsel in distress, and then someone will come and swoop in and forget that they were trying to save you. So they'll come and kanyaga you on the side, or push you to the side. You are there thinking, okay, I'm coming to be saved. And then someone literally pushes you to the road, you get run over, and then they go up.
In all this, I think life of a woman is very complicated. Because clearly in most instances I have had to be soft and hard and soft and hard and soft and hard. So at the end of the day, like I don't even know where I stand in regards to being powerful and soft at the same time. Because clearly in regards to my corporate world, like I'll talk out of experience, I've been hard. Like the powerful beat has actually propelled me into like heights. Simply because like you have to be tactical, but you also have to be soft, especially in the nature of the work that I do. In most cases, I'm very powerful at the office, but when I'm actually talking to a client, then I have to bring the softness beat of me. So you see, like what I'll advise women to do, can you actually examine the situation, the space. Like, can you just know how to figure out your life within all this?
And also talking from the perspective of freelance. You know, freelance is unfortunately a very harsh one. Because at the end of this, and then there is a contract you sign, and then you're protected. Freelance is different. You'll agree with the client to pay you X amount. Then it gets to, maybe you agree to be paid weekly. It gets to the end of the week, and then the client will start saying, unajua hata sina pesa. Things like that. Unfortunately, there is no law that is protecting you. It's just my word against you. Against yours. There's no law so that is now where you have to stop being soft, and then
you pick up
the other parts.
So when you are acquiring this client, you're very soft. Now when in times of when you are delivering your service, you're very professional. Now when you are actually demanding for what belongs to you, you're very tough. You're very powerful now.
Because when you're not powerful or when you now soft or seen as timid, then someone might think that I'll just get away with it. I had a client who refused to pay me for a service. Like I went, delivered a service agreement, they were supposed to pay me after a week. Gets to 1 week, they start stories. Oh, payment hasn't been processed. Oh, this went on for about 3-4 weeks.
Yeah.
I had to involve the police for this. So you see, now that is where now the toughness comes in. Because
now you're involving police, now getting the referrals.
And then
you're actually doing away with your referrals from
the story now changed because when I involved the police and then they're now like, kwa nini unapenda pesa? Then you're wondering, but I offered my service. Where does my love for money come in?
And you deserve to be paid.
I deserve to be paid.
That means like I don't need money basically.
Yeah.
Like I don't need money basically because like if you ask me why do I need money, then why am I working?
Exactly.
Why did I come to deliver my services to you?
Does questioning your choices as a woman mean that you're lost, or does it mean that you're growing?
If you ask me, I think it's narrowed down again to our main topic about the pressure of having it all at start. Because you find yourself like a career that you chose and you loved and you've been doing it for quite some time. You find yourself Googling how to be a florist at 10 a.m. or 2 a.m. In the morning. So chances are very high you are at a space where you're asking yourself a lot of questions and you're actually figuring out life. And you also actually adhering to the pressure, the society pressure of being at 30. That's when you realize like the career that you've been doing for 10 years is not what best for you. And now you've Googled and you've listened to many podcasters and you've realized people had even changed career after 20 years. So it's growth and it's actually the aggressiveness that you want to have more.
And also, it's important to more of take a break. Is it take a break or reevaluate your
life choices?
Your life choices. This is where we normally use the common phrase, I'm rethinking my life choices. Yes. Every time, as someone who wants to grow, you have to take a step back and rethink your life choices. So, might even be either the same career, but a different path, or how you do things differently. Maybe if you are used to doing things a particular way, you can change up the way you do things. If you're dealing with clients a particular way, you can decide to change how you're dealing with your clients. If you are going to work at 6 in the morning, you can say, from today I'll start going to work at 5 a.m. Different, like we always have to take a break so that you reevaluate your choices or your life in general.
Yeah, so in most cases you find like it's the societal pressure. Am I doing what the society expects me to be doing? It's the FOMO, the pressure of afraid of missing out. Is this what most people, the glamorous people on Instagram are actually doing? And you actually also fear of regrets in the future. So you make a choice today and then you have been longing to do something, then you start doing it and then you develop a cold feet because now you are thinking, what if? So it's just the pressure of growth. If you ask me, I will still narrow it down to the growth. Like you asking yourself a lot of questions and you questioning your choices and you thinking of the outcome.
Yeah, and it's generally very, very important because even athletes, when they are running long distance races, they normally have, I believe they have like breaks in between, just so you can rejuvenate yourself or your life, so that you have, maybe you sit back, it's like a movie, you're watching your life in form of a movie. You sit back and then you recount and then you ask yourself, what a decision I made before, did it impact my life negatively or positively? Yeah, so that you have that sort of a break.
Okay.
Yeah, it's something normal to do.
And
because
then,
you can't run a marathon in life. When you decide to do life as a marathon, then you'll get worn out. You deserve to rest. Yeah. So during this resting period doesn't necessarily mean that you'll sleep and rest, but you're just giving yourself sort of
a break.
Yes. So you watch your life unfold in a different perspective. You sit back and watch your life like someone else would view you, so that you're able to now determine, is this the correct decision or is it
not?
Yes.
And then now you also thinking about like, is this aligning with my beliefs and my purpose?
Yes.
Whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good thing. It is growth. If you ask me, it's growth. You don't just get to a comfort zone.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a point where you're not on your comfort zone, because I can just decide to sit and watch.
Yeah.
And do nothing. But I have to question. I decided to do this, but now I'm in quarter 3. Am I even making progress? I think that's why in the corporate world we've divided a year into 4, so that you can sit back and actually figure it whether it's working or not, whether the strategies are working. Do you really need to come up with more strategies? Do you really need to partner with someone else to actually enable you achieve whatever you wanted to achieve in a particular time frame?
Yeah, and also the world is evolving in general. How you handled an issue 1 year ago would be different with how you handle it today. Check the digital world. Things keep changing. There are new tools to do things.
The AIs.
Yes. Yeah. So as the world is changing, we also need to change. So if you don't take that break and reevaluate, then you won't have a chance to catch up with the world, if that's the word to use. We need to catch up with the world.
Actually,
because the world is moving.
It is moving, and if you don't catch up, then that means you're becoming an obsolete.
Yes.
Currently, we are supposed to be rich at 30. We are supposed to be glowing. We are supposed to have been healed, and anything in between. Now, I would want us to define all. What is all?
All is maybe by 30 you should be having a job. By 30 you should have settled and in marriage, or by 30 you should have achieved so much with your education. By 30 you should have progressed.
I have masters by 30, I have PhD, I have a kid, I have a mortgage actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're driving maybe at 30. There's so much pressure to having it all at 30, because what happens is you compare your life with other people, same age probably, or same age bracket. You'll say, so and so is already driving, why am I not driving? So and so already has a home, why don't I have a home? But we're forgetting our paths are different. Someone might be driving at 30. Someone else might be having a master's at 30.
And that's fine.
That's very fine.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you delayed or
you don't have masters at 30,
Yes.
so you are not equal
to
the task.
Yes. Just means we all run different races and at different paces. So we really need to give ourselves a break. Give yourself a break. Don't pressure yourself too much, because what happens when you pressure yourself, that is now when we go into depression. That is now when you start not living your life. You'll be living other people's life because you want to be like so and so. So you don't know so and so got there either because of they had
money.
Yes, they had a head start. Maybe they came from a well-off family, which is different from you, who might have come from a very humble background. So don't pressure yourself so much. Just give yourself some grace, so that you realize that our races are different.
Jenna, how do you define all? Like all in this perspective? Yeah.
I think all varies from one person to the other.
Yeah.
Because first of all, our levels of satisfaction are different. Both things are different.
Yeah.
And then different things mean different things to people. Yeah. There are some people who value marriage a lot.
Yeah.
And if by 30 they're not married, then that's a problem.
That's pressure.
That's pressure.
Yeah.
They start worrying about it. But then for some people, it will happen when it happens.
When it happens.
Yeah.
And actually they are in the right space at that point.
Yeah. But then I think more and more things are changing. It's very difficult to meet people who are bound to societal pressure about things these days.
What if, like, having it all, it's what feels right for you at that moment? For example, you see, having it all differ or vary from people to people. Just like Esther said, like you see, you can have this pressure, and it's the lifestyle that you actually living. It's because maybe you having all the money or it was enabled, but someone has to start from scratch. So again, it differs. It's lifestyle. So for example, having it all at 30 for me might means like I just have a place where I can call home, like just that bed sitter, because I love soft life. I don't want to struggle going to the bedroom. If I want to sleep, I just go and sleep. If I want to cook, I just go and actually cook. So that means like the peace of mind that I have with having the bed sitter to call home is all that I
You
call
can
like
see all
having
your
it all.
property
Exactly.
in one place.
That's to me, it's having it all at 30. To some people, marriage is the ultimate goal, of which I don't know who actually define marriage as the ultimate goal, and we can't blame them. Maybe it's how they were nurtured, or even like you see, even the environment can actually change your perspective in life. So if that is what feels having it all at 30, if they are very comfortable in the space, like they are married and they feel good about themselves, then that's right.
That is
That is right. And if they feel like marriage is the ultimate goal, let's respect that.
True.
Let's respect that, and that's their perspective, and that's okay with them. My prayer is just to be at a point where I look at your life choices and I say, if that makes you happy, then I'm rooting for you. And then if maybe some people having a mortgage, having that career, and having that promotion is having it all at 30, then that's what feels right for them at that moment.
And they're allowed to change their mind about things.
Exactly. So that's brought us back to the point where we say is having to change your decisions or having to question your decisions is growth. To me, I think it's growth because now you can sit back, relax, and figure out, am I making progress or not? Is it positive impact? So far, have I gained or lost or lose? Something like that. So having it all definition of all differ. To me, maybe I was brought up in the village and having it all is just coming to Nairobi and having a job. That is all, and it makes me happy, and that should be okay.
There's a time I was having a conversation with a group of friends, and we were talking about poverty growing up in the village. And someone asked the rest of the group, like, how did being rich look like in your village, in your area? And someone responded and said, being rich as compared to who? Because everyone is living the same life.
As compared to
who? Or as compared to
who? Because now me I'm rich. So maybe how do we call it? Like rich varies.
Rich varies. Rich varies because if you're coming from the village, from say the average African home, and you come to the city and you get yourself a small nice car, you are fulfilled. And if you go home, you're actually very rich. And if you go home, you're actually very rich in the eyes of the people who saw you growing up. So I think it varies from one person to another, and people are allowed to change their minds about things.
And it's how you feel.
It's how you feel in that particular moment. People being in abusive relationships
in the name of worshipping marriage.
Yes.
In the name of staying there because of those babies.
Because you want to tick that box.
We want to tick that box.
You're married.
And actually, when you start validating, marriage, then you are in a very bad marriage. Because there is no manual to marriage. It's either you're happy or you're not happy. And we cannot define whether you're happy or not happy.
True.
You should be feeling it.
You should be feeling it.
It
should be making you happy.
And
happy. Saying that, okay, now I have a good the only instance where marriage is an achievement is where the marriage is working for you, you're happy.
It's not just marriage.
It's not just marriage.
Is this what you want? Basically, because now you might be there because because of the society. You might be there because of the children. You might be there because you also wondering what will this man do without me.
And also, this should apply also in relationships.
In relationships as well.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to
talk
be.
about that actually.
Yes.
People concentrate more on marriage.
Marriage
On
and
marriage,
forget. Yes.
And femicide, we've even seen relationship, not even marriage. actually.
Yeah. Because even relationships, be there when you're comfortable. Be there when you're happy with yourself. If you feel it's not working, you can always walk away.
Yeah. Instead of wanting to stay married. In the name of taking the box of having it all.
And how the society define marriage, like in our culture, it's like dark cloud watch. That means like it's ups and down, but you have to stay.
You have to stay.
Literally. That's all way of defining it, and you should actually ask yourself question whether you want to be there or not. Let's dig in. It's actually very nice. Everything is balanced. I think I like it. Let me taste the spinach. Perfect.